not missing out much. So,
Alright, we are good to go, guys.
Alright, well, I'll take it away if you don't mind then. Spawning here in the top right corner, guys. He came, he fought, he got through the loser's bracket, returning once again to fight his nemesis Sasquatch. It's going to be our blue Terran player, Yoigen.
Wait, can you hear me?
Yes,
Alright.
can hear you.
Alrighty. His opponent spawning up in the top right-hand corner of Daybreak. It is the blue Terran.
Just introduce Yoigen.
His opponent spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of the map. It is the pink Zerg, Cole Sasquatch.
Alright guys, and let's not forget, I know we've been really hammering it at you guys, but we wouldn't do it if we didn't want to. We're not being paid, this is totally volunteer work, but you gotta give love to Astro Gaming, Logitech G-Series, and Raptr.com for coming together and all providing prizes, helping produce this tournament. We wouldn't be here today without them. We wouldn't have been here yesterday without them. So from us at BaseTradeTV, and I'm pretty sure every single one of our viewers, thank you kindly guys for putting on this Heart of the Swarm awesome tournament.
Yeah, definitely. Alright, so we have Yoigen actually opting for the 2 depot wall-off, which is something that you don't generally see versus Zerg. It's more of a kind of versus Protoss versus Terran thing.
He also hasn't generally been doing it at all, I feel.
Yeah, like, he very rarely goes for a full wall like this. I like it, though, on smaller 2-player maps, not necessarily Daybreak. It's nice to deny that scouting information, especially if you're going for gas. This could be the beginning of something interesting. It could be a reactor expand, too, into a little bit of a delayed factory tech. We'll see what Yoigen wants to do at this point. Of course, it is Heart of the Swarm. We could see, like, extremely delayed 5-Rex Reaper.
And we got this Marine scouting around here for proxy hatcheries, I guess? Not a little, just scouting around, make sure there's nothing behind, though. The SV is going to come across the map, see that there is that natural going down from Sasquatch, and it's got to go like, yes, there's nothing crazy happening. But this gas...
there's a gas, yeah.
Yeah.
Extract,
I'm not sure if this catch Yoigen off guard, because I mean, this is not a typical build, but you know what, it's still fairly standard. Or maybe Sasquatch didn't even realize he didn't put a pool down? Because comments interesting upon building the pool? Well, who knows?
I think... Yeah. To be honest, I think he's just going for early speed to defend his 3rd hatch, because he's saving up a ridiculous amount of minerals, and it doesn't look like he wanted to throw down a macro hatch and go for some sort of like weird all-in.
And I gotta say, I was commenting on this while you guys were casting with Doom earlier, but I feel that, again, it's not so much, okay, it's no longer Protoss, I get it, but like, Hellbats, man, they're so cool, they're so new, and I feel like none of the players have really even tried to use them.
Them getting healed by medevacs is kind of cool. I've seen a couple players integrate them with bioplay on stream, but again, like not sharing upgrades with your bio like really sucks.
Hang on, I need to kick off there as
see.
that kicks off an Overlord, and it doesn't seem like a lot, guys. When you supply block, I mean, right now Sasquatch can't build anything else. He's got this Overlord, 6 Zerglings on the way, but no more droning. Shuts it down for a little bit, but still worth it. So not too bad. We do have Zerglings on the map now, though, and as Panda said, with that earlier gas, we're going to have a much earlier speed. And Sasquatch, with only 1 worker on gas now, just really working on getting his mineral count up.
Here comes the 2nd factory, and it will most likely be Blue Flame. I really like this choice given the map. And he's only off of 1 gas, too, so this is like, he can even get a fast 3rd command center off of this. I really, really like this build.
Well, yesterday, I don't recall who the 2 players were, but we saw a pretty intense late-game CVT, and man, the new Thor weapons...
It was Yoigen versus Quackers.
Oh, was that? Okay, so coincidence that we'd see Yoigen doing it again, but man, the new Thor transformation just shred those Broodlords apart. The Corruptors, the Vipers, didn't even matter.
Yeah. And we do actually have a Roach Warren coming down here after Link Speed is finished, so... Sasquatch can actually put on some pressure here. If he wants to get a Baneling Nest, it should come relatively soon, but I think the majority of his gas is going straight into those roaches. He's still only mining from 1 geyser. And, yeah.
Sticking on the 1 gas, I mean, we're probably not going to see anything too mech-heavy dedicated for now. He does have that bunker coming down. And with the Hellion production, I mean, he's got the potential to do the harass, but with roaches on the field this early, it's not like he can engage a fight head-on. Hellion's getting all roasty McToasty on the Zerglings.
Yeah, catching the Zerglings, trapping a few there. Blue Flame is indeed on the way. Something new that we haven't seen quite yet is a player transition from Hellions into Widow Mines against Roach aggression. I'm pretty sure that Sasquatch just wants to use these to try and say, you know what? please don't go all too greedy on me, or I'll just freaking kill you. But mainly he wants to use these to try and prevent the Hellions from doing all that much damage to this third base.
Yeah, quite frankly, when I saw the early factory, I was thinking maybe Yoigen was going for Thors because he knew that Mutalisks would be on the field because it's Sasquatch, but I like his choice to just go with some heavy... Oh, he's trying to push in here with the Hellions. Roach getting some nice snipes off. Drone's already being pulled at the ramp.
If he did a Proxy Thor all-in, I would just lose my stuff.
Well, these Hellions can kill quite a few probes, or sorry, drones actually, before getting cleaned up,
definitely.
They will be cleaned up.
They're paying for themselves quite well.
10 workers have been killed, but again, that third base is up and running. Did Yoigen, he has scouted that, I believe.
Oh.
Yes, he has.
11 workers there for 6 Zergling, or for 6 Hellions. That's a ridiculously good trade, considering the fact that he's still 5 workers ahead of his
Blue
opponent.
Flame. Yeah, Blue Flame going to be the follow-up to this, but Zerglings are going to try and get in here. The Supply Depot wall is not complete, and one bunker... Oh, okay, the Zerglings did fall back. I'm not sure one bunker would have been enough to hold that. Workers would have died.
There will be a bio transition here as we see 2 additional barracks coming in from Yoigen. But the key thing to note, his opponent is most likely going to go for Mutalisk play. Although Yoigen did scout the Spire, so I don't know if he's still going to commit to that. Blue Flame getting a nice shot up there.
Yeah, he's doing a lot of damage, but he does get cleaned up by that nice surround.
Yeah.
But as you said, even if he does go Mutalisks right now, Yoigen, he's got no anti-air, man. He's got third command center, he's got a couple barracks coming, but this is going to look a lot more like Marine Tank than anything else.
Roach move speed, and we see a Hydra Den. Alright.
Marine Tank is Sasquatch? Actually... No, he can't be using Hydra speed off creep. That would involve using a new Heart of the Swarm mechanic.
Nah.
This must be a backup.
This is actually, like, Marine Tank, especially with Hellion incorporated and double upgrades, is like the direct counter to any sort of Hydra play. It's very, very strong against Roach Hydra if you can maintain an equal or
well, the new Hydras are really nice. That's He actually allows them to be effective off creep. They're no longer kind of basically queens off of creep, so to speak.
Yeah, I really like Roach Hydra in ZBT. I think it's really, really viable. And actually just legitimately good. Like it's not only viable, but it can be a completely standard unit composition in this matchup, regardless of the composition of the Terran player, whether it's mech, bio, Marine Tank.
Well, without speed on these Roaches just yet, these Hellions going to have no problem getting around Sasquatch's forces. He might just be able to get in and snipe off a couple more drones. But, I mean, right now, Sasquatch has so many drones, I don't think he would mind losing a couple. 62 workers to the 53, but of course, those do help even that out. Kind of feels like the required thing to say whenever Terrans are playing. 3 CCs, so he's... Oh, okay, I didn't see him build that third one. He's going to start going for his own third base. I like this nice supply depot wall up. No Zergling run-bys will come in if Yoigen's paying attention.
A couple of Blue Flame Hellions do die, and with that, that's the end of his Hellions. I mean, he pretty much gives up map control with that until he gets medevacs
the icon for muscular augments.
Yeah, right? Isn't that awesome?
That is so cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know what that was for a second, but that is awesome.
Dude, click on it.
It takes you right to the hydrogen. Awesome.
Yeah, I know.
So no longer hunting around for buildings.
And then you can even press T for the buildings tab. We have yet, like, Doom and I have yet to figure out what the heck the active forces tab is. It's just like, I guess it's army size to some extent, but I don't know. It's silly. It's a little bit silly.
Yeah, the Zerglings being picked off showed the resources lost. I think it's just another translation of the resources lost tab, to be honest, but... okay, so we got Siege Tanks. Siege mode is coming near completion. +1 weapons has not been started for the Siege Tanks yet. The army is on the way, though we have +1/+1 for the infantry, which is going to be the bulk of Yoigen's army.
Yeah. And we have double upgrades from Sasquatch as well. But again, I think that like this Marine Marauder tank composition, as long as you have good medevac support and you keep those medevacs alive, it can really stand up to Roach Hydra.
Yeah, I've got such a big grin on my face right now because this is almost Brood War, guys, where you have Hydralisk as part of the main army composition again.
Yeah. And the Terran's going some bio. I mean, like, you almost never saw mech in Brood War TVZ. It would always be like the Zerg going for Zergy things, and then Terran going bio.
Well, I mean, how much mech was there back in Brood Wars, though, for TVZ? Let's be honest. Pretty much just like tanks, get some spider mines out, and
yeah.
Well, that's about it. Okay, so we got Pathogen Glands completed. We got Infestors coming out. We might get to see that new fungal in action. It is a little bit annoying how fast it is, but the range on it I think is a little bit more annoying than the actual speed of the projectile.
Alright, so will we see Sasquatch going for a base trade? No. It looks like he's getting Lings in position to flank. He's... I don't know.
The third's empty. There's 2 Marines, but they're not in it. These SCVs are all pretty much... Yeah, I think Yoigen realizes a little too late as he stims that Marine. These SCVs are being evacuated.
Here comes the Marines, and with this, Yoigen should go ahead and position the siege tanks forward a little bit.
Yeah, he's going to keep pushing up with this. He's got a lot of siege tanks. Now, the catch to this is they are very clumped right now. This could be very dangerous for him.
Oh gosh, late siege coming down here for Yoigen. Oh, the tanks get bungled so they can't siege. And these Marines are not going to trade favorably against this Hydra Infestor composition.
Those Hydras are actually going to take out those medevacs very quickly. More fungals going down as well. And, oh my god, all these Marines are just dead. And they're just dead. They didn't even trade that well. Not too many units were picked off, just a couple roaches. All the Hydras, all the Infestors are alive, and those are the big, expensive units.
And, yeah, that was... I mean, this was legitimately the best timing that Yoigen could have hoped to hit. And that was not a good engagement.
Nah, the tanks on siege on the front lines, too. A little unfortunate. You want to kind of have almost the Marines be the buffer to that, but the roaches are just doing so much damage. Supply depots
He's just
are
going to
down.
keep reinforcing this. There's no need to continue to drone up or spine or tech.
Yeah, Sasquatch with just Zerglings behind this. This is actually he's been going for the melee attacks while all this has been happening. So he's got the range, he's got the armor, he's got the melee attacks. He's prepared for whatever Yoigen has. And quite frankly, what Yoigen has isn't much.
Yeah. It's 4:30 a.m. He's been playing through night too, so that's something to keep in mind.
Yeah, third base under some attack here too. He lost a lot of SCVs in that actually. But
yeah,
no,
19 have gone down so far this game. 2-2's just finishing now here for Yoigen.
Sasquatch pulling back from that. Not a poor choice, but I really think he has a really huge lead currently.
You don't want to be silly and when you're still on layer tech, your hive just finished like a move into a Terran position and have them win.
I forgot that they removed the range upgrades from Infested Terrans.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good to see.
Yeah, isn't that awesome?
All the Zerg players who are watching right now are like, shut up, caster. You have no idea what you're talking about.
So there's a drop here for Yoigen going down, and it was trying to pick at the Ultralisk Cavern, but unfortunately it will complete.
There's too many Zerglings. Like, Sasquatch is not the player who's going to let something like this fall. He's going to be quick to respond. And look at that fungal from so far away. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, I think that actually outvisions the Terran dropship. If not, it's got to be darn close.
I don't think with an air unit. I think it's 10-10.
Either way, that is just insane, that range on the fungal. Oh, the siege tanks are actually blocking the command center. He's scanning for Zergling once his own siege tanks.
Oh.
That's not fun.
That moment when... That's a shame. Only +3 weapons started here for Yoigen. We do have Chitinous Plating, +2 melee finishing up, Carapace getting underway, and Adrenal Glands on the way here for a Zerg player. His Infestor count at 10 right now. Here they come, traveling a little bit behind the main army.
Well, another scan going down. He sees exactly what's coming. This time he's going to siege
up in time, yeah.
But Sasquatch says, okay, you're going to siege there? Oh, I'll just go somewhere else. Why not? Seems to be the case. All right, so, yep, Infestors are just going to push in here right in the front lines. They don't even really care. Just get that fungal range.
That range is silly.
Just peppering all of them Marines. There's nothing left here that's not got fungal.
The siege tanks are actually in a quite good position, and considering the fact that he has to engage in a choke, this isn't the greatest engagement for Sasquatch to take.
7 Ultralisks are about to pop.
And there have not been Marauders in production for quite a while. Ultralisks tear through Marines. It's disgusting.
Panda, he only has 1 Tech Lab barracks. He's not going to have Marauders.
Alright, you guys get to watch 30 damage Ultras just absolutely destroy. And 41 damage, of course, because... Oh, he's making Swarm Hosts! Look at that!
Oh, this is what I was talking about. This is the Sasquatch Manor Mule equivalent. He's going to have these Ultras. He's probably going to walk one of the 2 of these Swarm Hosts and just burrow them outside the base and let them go to town.
Another drop cleaned up there. So far, 32 worker kills for Yoigen, so he's definitely trying to stay even in this game. He has a 4th on the way, but he just can't compete with his opponent's bank. Off of H6 drones, he's just going really high economy.
I really feel Yoigen, he, aside from that one miscontrol of the siege tanks on the forward ramp, it's not like he played this game poorly.
Oh, no.
Sasquatch just played this much better, I feel.
He took advantage of that poor engagement from Yoigen. I feel that Yoigen definitely had every opportunity to win this game up to that point. He was playing this out really well. He went for very, very nice timing. And
It's unfortunate, but you know what? That's how game. That's the nature of StarCraft, guys. Positioning is everything.
Alright, so this is what we're going to see. Like, get used to this, guys, in Heart of the Swarm. We have a fusion core. This is not for battle cruisers. This is for Caduceus reactor because Blizzard decided to make an insane tech cost to this upgrade.
Caster bias here. We actually have a YouTube video where we discuss this, so we shan't get too much into it here today. But again, Sasquatch, I gotta say, the biggest thing I would love to see him at, I know he kind of did some swarm hosts, whatever, but a Viper or two would completely shut down these siege tanks, and then quite frankly, Yoigen would have nothing. Not that he really has much of anything to defend against these ultras, only just Marines, and I mean, as Panda said, there was a change. 41 damage to everything, not just armor now. These Ultralisks are they are made to be the anti-ground unit.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, all that Babbyterran has is ground.
Putting a couple Infested Terran to try and draw fire, going into this engagement.
I really want to see them, but okay, a huge engagement, as you said. Fungals just on
the PF is not quite done at the beginning of the engagement, but the Bio gets a huge arc here, and all the Infested Terran energy is gone. Yoigen holds.
He's actually... No, but here come the Ultralists. Oh, he's trying to go for that split, which is exactly what he needs to do.
Oh, man.
But the Fungals are holding a lot of these Marines in place. There's two Swarm
The
hosts,
Ultras, dude.
The
They're
Swarm hosts are in
ravaging
the lower
this
right corner
base.
of the map. Just chilling.
Alright.
But here's the thing. Sasquatch, look at his bank.
Yeah.
He lost all of those units.
That's what I was gonna
I'll
say.
just make 10 more Ultralisks.
That's
The
cool.
Planetary Fortress definitely helped a lot in that, too. I think if Yoigen had engaged that anywhere else, that would not have gone favorably.
No, it provided a nice area for the to make the Ultralists a little bit more difficult to engage and get full surface area on their opponent. These drops have
Top
been...
left, the drop.
Yeah.
Yeah, he actually cleaned up most of that base. Very well done by Babbyterran while all this was going on.
Yeah.
Good multitasking.
Netted them another 12 worker kills.
Oh, Swarm hosts are unleashing their siege here to the third base.
Third base. Alright.
Oh man, here they come.
Done.
The Locust, without the upgrades, will actually probably die after getting like maybe a shot off. But there's the Caduceus reactor, as you mentioned before, sir.
And let's see. Forcing a lift there. Oh yeah.
Alright, well, Kansas sees that there's not a lot. These Swarm hosts are, wow, they're actually going to get a Marauder kill. And the scan wears off.
Oh, another drop comes in here. Only a single medevac. We'll try to snipe a queen. Does not quite get it.
Certainly should clean this up, though. But we got Sasquatch also going in. He's trying to get some Fungals off in the northern part of the middle part of the base, but without the Ultralists, he can't really push forward.
Oh wow, he actually survived.
Yeah, the drop wasn't clean.
Yeah, the drop's not being microed either.
Yet, so that's just a normal medevac.
Here comes a couple more lings. And we do have Enduring Life on the way for Lurkist Endurance.
Yeah, the two Swarm hosts, by the way, they cleaned up those 4 Marines and the Marauder. Believe it or not, that's weird to say, but oh man, that might just bait Sasquatch into thinking these are good units.
They are pretty freaking good units. Oh, and a couple of the tanks in here aren't sieged. Funko goes down and a group of Marines are just standing out there in the middle of nowhere.
He's trying to push in. The Ultralists are coming. They're huge. There's too much damage. There's not enough Marauders for the Planetary in these tanks. Can he keep it alive? No, the SUV is trying to repair, but it's just not enough. And the Marauders are going to chase backwards. The tanks are still alive in the back, but...
Very nice engagement to take by Sasquatch. Oh, I don't agree with him continuing to push forward.
Going back with it, yeah, he did the damage, he got the orbital, and then just decided to...
Oh wow, he's losing 3, 4 Infestors, 5 Infestors?
Oh, Yoigen capitalizing on that push, but now he's got the Caduceus reactors that basically has a couple of vulnerable units.
Yeah.
The Ultralists, though, man, they are just tearing these Marines apart. I think they almost two-shot them, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, they do. They two-shot
but
Marines.
look at these Zerglings swarming in. Will it be enough? The Caduceus reactor is kicking in. Look, these Marauders actually are not really taking much damage at all.
Oh, but the Infested Terran will kill every single